Hi YouTube. Well, as you can see in my post, it says what I'm dealing with, and I'm dealing with diverticulitis, PCOS, and I also have a 11 centimeter cyst on my left ovary, plus I'm pregnant. Let me tell you how this happened. Well, right now I found out February the 16th, 2018. I like to put the year in because sometimes when you look at other people's videos and you try to check to see, well, how long ago was this? The date is not on there and all you know is just the month and the date. I like to put down the year also. So mine is 2018. I found out, it's weird how I found out. Actually, what happened was my boyfriend, he was throwing up. And I was like, well, who did you get pregnant? I was just playing around. And he was like, you. I was like, well, let me see. Now, let you know, we were drinking. So I was like, well, let me see. So I go and I check. And then I was like, well, see. And then when I looked at it, I was like, wait a minute. Is this a fainted line? I was just like that. Like, is this a fainted line? I was like, hey, what do you see? And then he looked at it and he was like, yeah, so that's how I found out. So pregnant. I have a boy also. He's autistic. He will be 13 May of this year. May 2018. He'll be 13. So I have not had a child since then. We've been trying for about a year and some change. What happened was I wound up going to the hospital and I was talking to my OBGYN. They were telling me I have PCOS. With my PCOS, they was telling me that I could probably take medication, you know, like Clomid and I can't think of the other name. But anyway, we didn't even do that yet because they was going to look at my cyst, which is, like I said, 11 centimeters. We was going to get an operation. They was preparing me to get an operation. But when I told them that I was pregnant and they did the pregnancy test, they was actually shocked and surprised that I got pregnant. I'm going to tell you how I think I got pregnant. The way how I think I got pregnant is, it's weird. It's weird. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say it in my other video. You have to probably check it out in my other video. But it's actually by some things that I actually took. I actually bought something that I thought would probably shrink my cyst. But instead of it shrinking my cyst, it got me pregnant. That's weird because we was actually trying, like I said, for about a year and some change. But anyway, right now, as far as symptoms, the only thing I have is, it's weird because the other day I was in bed. I was actually in bed for like 3 days because I wasn't really feeling well. And my boyfriend, he actually stayed with me, you know, on and off, you know, in the bed. And what happened was I was sleeping. Like I would watch, I was watching TV series. I was watching, you know, Supergirl and, you know, Flash. I was watching all of that. And then I would just drop to sleep. Like I just had like this huge, like I can't even explain it. It was just like I can't even keep my eyes open. That was pretty much it. Once I found out I was pregnant, it was like all of that went away. I don't feel like I'm pregnant. I don't feel like I'm carrying anything. I'm not sleepy. I'm not feeling nauseous. But I did feel some cramping. That's pretty much it. As for cramping in my back, no, I haven't felt any of that. Certain things I was listening on other people's pages on what they're going through and all the extra stuff. I'm not going through any of that. So they was checking my HCG levels. They were saying that I'm about 5 weeks. But when they check my HCG levels, they're saying that the first time she checked it, it was on a Monday, and it was 32 HCG level. She said it's pretty low, but she would like for me to come back in. So I came back in on a Wednesday. She said, I have good news. It went up to 67. But she said it's still pretty low. She'd like for me to come in. By then, she asked me if I would like to come in on Friday. I said, you know what? I'm going to come in on Monday because this is too much for me. So during that time, I start taking some prenatal pills. I've been taking the one a day. Can you see it? The one a day pills. Yeah, I've been taking that. I got like 2 pill bottles in there. And I got like 60 of each. So I started taking that. So what I did was I wound up going to a different hospital. Because I was feeling some cramps because my sister, I started walking. So it's a huge dog. So I noticed that every time the dog pulls me and when I stop with force, I feel like I'm cramping. So I wound up going to the doctor's. Plus I thought that was probably my diverticulitis acting up. So I didn't want to take any chances because it took me so long to get pregnant. You know, you don't want anything to go by you. So I go there, and the doctor, she was asking me all these questions. She was asking me, well, when was my last period? What the last beginning date of my period? I told her it was January the 16th. Then she says, okay, and how many months did they say that you were? They told me that I was, well, at that time, I'd probably be like 5.5 weeks. Every Tuesday makes a week for me. So right now it's Sunday. So she was saying, well, and tell me what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And I told her, and she said, okay, the reason why I'm asking you this is because we came to a conclusion because she's an OBGYN. They actually brought her down from, I guess, the OBGYN office. I don't know, because I was in the emergency room. I went to a different hospital. And she was saying, well, I believe that you're not 5 weeks. I truthfully believe that you are about 2 to 3 weeks. She said because they did an ultrasound and everything and they couldn't see nothing. Like they did it over top of my stomach, and they actually also used the wand to stick inside of you, and I don't like that. They said what we see is right now either you could probably have an ectopic pregnancy. I think that's what she said it was. Where ectopic is, she told me, is when the baby is in your fallopian tube, and if the baby grows, it can pop, and then you have to get rushed to the hospital. You could die. She would say all this stuff. I was like, oh, really? Like that's what I was going through. I never heard of that before. And she's like, yes. She said, but we did check your ovaries. I mean, not your ovaries, your fallopian tube, and it's clear. She said, blood is flowing through it. I said, okay, cool. So she says, so what I think is that the doctors actually, I guess, marked my pregnancy timing wrong. She feels like I'm about 2 weeks. So when she checked my levels this time, she told me I'm at 472. And she said it actually quadrupled because if you're supposed to jump, you're supposed to double. And by me being on Monday, it was 32. On Wednesday, which is 2 days later, it was 68. She said 2 days later after that, it's supposed to be at least, like 120. And then on a Sunday, or Saturday, whatever she said, Sunday, it's supposed to be 200 and something. But then it jumped up to 472. So she says that's a good amount right there. So she believes that my pregnancy is timed wrong. So that makes a lot of sense on what she said. So now I have an appointment with my doctor, my OBG, tomorrow, which will make a Monday. And I'm supposed to go there for more blood work and for them to check my HCG levels. And I'm going to give the paperwork and I'm going to tell her what they said to see if it actually makes sense on what she said. But as for having diverticulitis and being pregnant and having a cyst that's about 11 centimeters is not good, because when you have that pain, it's hard to like make a bowel movement, because with diverticulitis, if you don't know what diverticulitis is if you have like a hole in your in your colon. It's like the doctor says, think of it as a balloon. You know how you blow up you know how you blow up a balloon, and sometimes it'd be like a little hole. I mean, like another bubble on top of that balloon. That's what it looks like. And if a seed, or like a sesame seed, or if you're eating like tomatoes, if that seed or any type of seed goes in there, it inflames it. And that is like a horrible feeling. I mean, it's so horrible. And now that I know that I have that cyst, sometimes I'm not sure if it's the cyst that's hurting or if it's the diverticulitis. But they told me that everything was okay with that. But it's painful. It's painful when you do have that though. But I mean, I'm gonna update y'all on more on what's going on with me. So in all reality, I am about 2 weeks or probably 3 weeks. I find out. I really, truthfully find out with my doctor. Because like I said, right now, you can't even see anything. Oh, and the doctor told me in order for them to actually see the baby, to actually be able to like pinpoint, you have to be about 1500 HCG level, which would be like 5 weeks. But you can't see nothing. Like I have nothing in there. So I'm going to update y'all on, things that's going on. But if you would like to know about what I used that got me pregnant, which I think that got me pregnant, I'm going to let y'all know in the next video. But until then, please subscribe. And like I said, I guess follow me along on my journey with my pregnancy. I still can't believe I'm pregnant. It's weird. I mean, like, just the thought, like, I can't believe I'm pregnant. Like, it didn't even, like, I'm like, what? Like, I still don't feel like I'm pregnant. Like, I should be sleeping right now, and I don't know. I mean, I do feel tired, but not like drained tired. Like, I gotta go to bed. But until then, peace out, y'all. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and leave any comments below, and I get back at you. Peace out.